Hello class, welcome to Math Minutes video number 21. In this lesson we're going to be learning about the distributive property, something we use a lot in algebra. So get your notebooks out and let's turn to page 30. The distributive property does what it says. It distributes or passes around one number to all of the others within parentheses by multiplying. So think about distributive property. When you distribute something, you're passing it around. If you're dealing out cards to a game, you're distributing the cards. If you've got 20 cookies and you're passing them all out, you're distributing the cookies amongst the class. That's a subliminal message. You can bring me cookies anytime you want. Chocolate chips, my favorite. Let's take a look at what this looks like in math. We have an equation, 5 and then parentheses x plus 2. And what does that really equal? Well, I'm going to say that it equals 5x, 5 times x, plus also 5 times 2, 5 times. So I'm distributing the 5. I'm passing it out to the x and I'm passing it out to the 2. And because there's parentheses, we are multiplying. So when they're stuck together like that, it means I'm going to distribute. Here's simply another example that's actually solved. And that is I'm taking this 4 and we are distributing it to the 3x and the 1. So 4 times 3x is 12x because 4 times 3 is 12x. And then 4 times 1 is simply just 4. I can't evaluate or solve this problem any further because I don't know any values for x. It's unknown. If I were to stick like an equals 22, well then I could solve it. But just right now, all I've done is distribute it and it's as simple as it's going to get. So let's take a look at some practice problems. Let's say 2 times 4y minus 2. Well, just a little side note, just because I choose a different variable, I chose y this time, it doesn't matter, it doesn't change anything. It just means that I'm going to distribute this 2 to both of these numbers. So I'm going to say 2 times 4y is 8y. 2. Now here's where some common errors can occur. You need to remember that this minus sign is actually part of this term. So, and this is really a positive too, right? Anytime a number is just by itself, it's understood that it's a positive number. So I'm going to take this positive 2 and I'm going to multiply it by a negative 2. If you need to refer back to your chart and from your earlier pages in your notebook, when we multiply a positive and a negative number, our answer will always be negative. So I'm going to put minus or negative. And what is 2 times 2 is 4. Let's try another one. Let's do negative 2 this time times 3w plus 5. What's this going to do? I'm going to distribute the negative 2. Again, this term now has a negative in front of it, so I have to keep that all together. And I'm going to say negative 2 times 3w. This is a positive. Negative times positive. Opposite signs, my answer will be negative. And what is 2 times 3 is 6, and I got to keep the w right there. Well, now I have to distribute the negative 2 to the 5. And what is it? It's a positive 5. So again, negative times positive is going to give me a negative answer, and 2 times 5 is 10. So this equals negative 6w minus 10. Let's try another one. How about 4 times negative x minus 3. Okay, well, 4 times, this is a positive, times negative x. What's that going to look like? Well, if you recall, anytime you have a variable by itself, there's no coefficient or there's no number in front of it, it's understood that there's the number 1. It really is there. So if you have to do this to just kind of help you through this, think about this as being a negative 1x. So a positive 4 times a negative 1 gives me a negative 4x. So I've just stuck them together. Now I have a positive 4 times negative 3. That's going to give me a negative 12. All right, let's try one more. Let's make it 3 times negative 2x plus 2y minus 9. Oh my goodness. This one looks a lot harder than just that first one. But nothing's changed. It's the same principle. But now I'm going to take this 3 and I'm going to pass it out. I am going to pass it around. I'm going to distribute it to each term that's in these parentheses, being mindful that the plus and minus signs have to stay with the term that it's in front of. So that means I'm taking a 3 and I'm going to multiply it by negative 2x. That gives me negative 6x. Now I'm going to take this 3 and I'm going to multiply it by the 2y, remembering it's a positive 2y. 3 times 2 is a positive, so plus 6y. And now I just get to do it here. Nothing has changed. I just added another term. 3 times negative 9 is going to give me a negative answer. 3 times 9 is 27. Bring your completed notebook to class, and I will see you there.